and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV, this time continuing into a part 2. I didn't think we'd do a part 2 of how to get the most out of those new servers. Of course, we're talking about the new world bonuses, where you actually get 1 million gil as well as 15 days of game time if you were to create a character and level it to 30. One thing that I didn't realize that the comment section did make me aware, this comment in particular, thank you very much, is that you can actually, do this outside of combat. I was under the impression we had to use combat classes, but it just says classes. So that means, technically, we could create a character and go fishing. So the purpose of this video is to see how long it takes me to actually get to level 30 as a fisher. Right, so I've just created Sadhu, and then we'll go goes fishing. One of the main reasons then that I decided to create the character as a start in Limsa Lominsa is both for two reasons. Firstly, as you can see on the map, we have the Fisherman's Guild down here, which is where we'll need to go, but we've also got access to ocean fishing. Now, ocean fishing will probably be the way that we get the majority of our experience points, simply because, we only need to get to level 30, so the fastest method will be in a place where we get the most experience for fishing, which is ocean fishing. So before I can become a fisherman, I actually need to be level 10 in my starting class, so that's something I didn't think about. So if we just do the first little bit to get to level 10, it shouldn't take too long, then we'll be able to pick up the quest. I didn't even realize that was a prerequisite, but then I've never tried to become a fisherman at level 3 before. So let's go and get to 10 and come back here. Alright, so I've just picked up my armor and stuff. So now we have some EXP bonus stuff again. Like in the previous video, the Moogle cap and the Aetheryte earring is pretty much what's going to help me get to level 10 quicker. Again, getting to like level 7 is honestly one of the easiest things, because you just equip the gear here gives you, and you have enough item level. So now we're, level 7? It really doesn't take that long to get to level 10 then. So the other thing I just realized when I talked to the guild matron, it actually refers to the level 10 quest associated with your class. Level 10 quest of your starting class. So that means the level 10 Arcanist class quest. So not only have I got to get to level 10, as I just have, I've actually got to go around and do the Way of the Arcanist quest. So let's turn in the first one. And then we've got the level 5 quest. What's in the box? Right, here we are. We've done that quest. Looking at EXP levels, I would imagine that you would have to be level 9. I think level 8 would be too low to get enough experience to get to the next level in time for the level 10 quest, but I could be wrong. So this is the level 10 one, yeah, so it wasn't quite enough. So if we had started like a little bit into level 9 before starting to do the class quest, we would hit level 10 now, which would put us in a great place to pick up the level 10 class quest. Okay, well at least we know now. Right, I've done your bidding. Now please give me a completion of this quest. My goodness, we're nearly level 12 before we even pick up our first fishing rod. Whilst this was probably a great idea on paper, it really doesn't seem to be going that way. And I'm going as fast as my little legs can move. I'm sure there are millions of possible ways of doing this, but the fact that you've got to do the level 10 job quests, it doesn't matter how many ways you look at it, you're still going to have to get to that level 10 before you can go over and pick up your fishing rod. Right, yes, Sissy I wish to become a fisherman. That was the entire invention to begin with of this character. So, interestingly enough, I remember in 1.0, you could literally start as a fisherman. I remember that distinctly. How time has changed. It certainly has. Right, new gear set so that we don't mistake it. So those of you who are, unfamiliar with the unlock process for ocean fishing, first of all, you have to do My First Fishing Rod, which is a plus quest. And then once you've completed that, you'll have all the fish in the sea as a quest. So this first quest is to actually get anchovies, Lemminsen anchovies. So that's what we're going to get first. Now the anchovies in particular, I mean, it gives you the bait for them. The lugworms can be in any of Lemminsen's waters. So you just go up to the water, throw it in, and hope that you get some anchovies, basically. So let's see how much experience we get just from the first fish. I think that's probably a good idea, let alone anything else. But yeah, right. Is this an anchovy? Because we need 5 of them. Nice. That's a goby. But look how much experience that gave me. I'm already level 3. Right, so we've got our 5 anchovies to deliver to Sissy-Poo, and we're already like 3/4 nearly, well, just over halfway into level 9 from level 8. So that's pretty good. And this will probably give us level 9 once we hand this in, I would imagine. No? I'm surprised on that. And then we should have from Phyllis Snow now, we don't have to do any more Sissy-Poo's quests, all the fish in the sea. So this is how you actually unlock ocean fishing itself. So let's go ahead and do that. You pick up the quest, and now we just go talk to the ocean fishing person over here. One of the big things is actually going to be to get the actual bait to do ocean fishing. You can see we get some versatile lures here. However, we would really benefit from getting some of the other lures as well to do ocean fishing properly. That's the only issue I can think of, because at this point we're probably going to not have enough gil. Like, I've got, what, 883 gil? The merchant and mender, let's see. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe we could get enough? We could get like 30 of each, right? That's 240. Yeah, so let's just get like 30 of those, 30 of those, and 30 of those, right? It's not going to be the best point run ever. So when is the next ocean fishing? 54 minutes. All right, back in a few. We're going to log out so we don't mess up the actual timer. But so far, we are currently at /play time, 1 hour, 5 minutes. Okay, let's see if we can get to 30 before... well, the 3 to 5 hours that I had in the previous video. Okay, so ocean fishing is about to start in a couple of minutes, so we've logged back on. Just cleared some inventory space. I realized that there was a lot of stuff that I hadn't claimed. So essentially, I will be back and we'll give an update of what ocean fishing gives you in terms of experience after one run. We're currently level 8, 3022 experience into towards level 9. And we'll see what we come out of. I'm not going to bore you with ocean fishing because you've all seen it before. You know how it works. But as you can fully see, towards the end of this ocean fishing, I've completed most of the voyage missions, but I wasn't able to get all of the jellyfish and crabs. We're currently over here in the last minute and a little bit. I might as well just show you this. But when you do fish something that you've got before, it does give you a small amount of experience. We're at level 21. We just entered the level 21 level. If you get a brand new fish that you've not fished up before, you get 300% times that experience of what you would normally get. So that's pretty good, although that is limited. But as you can see, clearly, like 2 ocean fishing trips would be enough to get you to level 30, I would imagine. Especially since after the first one we're at level 21 here. I'm pretty sure this will be the last fish that we can get right here because it's at 46 seconds. But yeah, it would have been nice if we had completed the voyage missions, but again, it's going to be down to RNG. So it's a long process of actually unlocking ocean fishing, and once you have unlocked ocean fishing, there's no guarantees of it being the same speed as anyone else. And that's literally the last fish, that 2 exclamation mark. But yeah, as you can see here, our score is pretty bad, honestly. 2,764. We do get 4,231 experience for that, which is going to be nice to have. But that only gives us a little wedge here. We're nowhere near level 22, for example. But at this point, we do have a bag full of stuff. Now, what I would recommend if you had time on your side would be to, like, I don't know, desynth these or get someone else to desynth them. But we don't have desynthesis. This is a brand new character, okay? So our best bet is probably to sell these, restock on plumps. You could probably just work your way through another ocean fishing trip that way. So essentially what you would do is you would just go back in again to another ocean fishing adventure, and you should get to level 30. So let's see if that is the case. Fishing attempt number 2. Let's see what we get. And obviously, depending on your RNG, is if you actually get to the point where you can get spectrals. If you actually have spectrals on both of your boats, then getting to level 30 is not going to be that difficult at all. As you can see here, we're pulling out some plumps in the spectral. This is on boat 3 of the second voyage that I've done today. And yeah, we're easily going to get to level 30 here. Just like that. That should be enough. No, not quite. One more. One more fish. One more fishy. And there we are. Level 30. Let's change that back to krill. And then we'll continue fishing. But yeah, level 30 after 2 boats. Not too bad. Obviously, the hour and a half between actually going in here is obviously going to be a problem. And of course, you might have to do more than 2 boats depending on how your RNG fares. I got pretty lucky. I only got 1 spectral on this boat and 1 spectral on the other boat. So I'm guessing if I had got spectrals on all 3 rounds of the first boat, I wouldn't have needed a full boat this time. So it just goes to show that if you do go the long way around, you can get to level 30 on a class in the game. But would I advise this? That's the big question. There's a lot of downtime. Obviously, you could use that for regular fishing. But honestly, the fishing in the regular world is nothing in comparison to the experience you get in here, as you can clearly see, even from basic fish that we're fishing right now. As I'm talking to you, we're getting a ton of experience every single time we land one of these fish. And when you get a spectral, it just goes, it just plows across the screen. The question then is, how does this compare? Obviously, if you're wanting to, you know, get achievements and things at the same time, then that's entirely possible. But, you know, the whole reason behind this video and the sequel to the first video I made where we just did the MSQ was to see if it was any quicker. So the way we can determine that is we go to the general chat and we do /playtime. And you'll notice that's 2 hours 42 minutes in total that's taken me to actually do that. That's with obviously logging out of the video game between ocean fishing. So, you know, honestly, that's not very good in comparison. It might seem quicker, but the steps involved to, you know, to get to level 10 through the MSQ, you know, or whatever manner you do to get to level 10 via the class quest, to do the class quest, to complete those class quests, to then go and pick up your first fishing rod, and then to wait numerous hours between. I would much rather, if it was, you know, me doing it again, if for the first time, I would much rather just stick with the MSQ and blast through that, because even with the duty support system, I don't think it's going to take much longer than this, and most people who are rushing through it. But 2 hours 42 minutes, technically it is shorter than what we did in the previous video, but it's a more stressful thing for you to do, in my personal opinion. There's a lot more stages to this, a lot more running around, and honestly, I like to keep things as simple as possible. One of the other methods that would probably be beneficial to get to level 30 on any class in the game for the 1 million gil in 15 days of game time would be to probably do fate chaining. You know, fates do give you a ton of experience, but again, I don't think it's worth me going to actually prove that or not. You will notice though that today it has worked. The gil has actually updated. I'm not sure why that is, because I did do this on Oceanic, but I do have the 1 million gil. That's strange. I'm not sure that's supposed to happen, considering, but we got the 1 million gil anyway. So yeah, what do I think about this? Yeah, I would stick to just doing battle classes personally. Even if you just unlocked your class quest and did the hunt log or did the MSQ, you're probably going to be in a much better frame of mind. The only problem with the combat stuff is you've obviously got duties to do, but if you have a friend that, you know, can scratch your back and just unsync those duties, you'll get to 30 in no time. But if you're solo, then I guess fishing is a good option. There we go. Hopefully that video was helpful. It was a lot longer than I, you know, planned to record today for what is, I don't know how short this video will be, but I've consolidated as much of the information as possible. And honestly, I don't see anything else on the internet like this, which is the fastest way to 30. So there we go. Hopefully that scratched the itch. I'm excited to, well, A, to trade this gill over to my main character, because that's random. I didn't expect that. And, yeah, I'm excited for the future of Final Fantasy. So for more ideas, leave those in the comment section. Maybe I'll look at those in other videos, and we'll look at other things that crop up in the future, be that the easiest way of farming tomes or whatever it might be. All right, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. I think we have a /bow, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.